Merry Christmas. So, I'm going to do a fast forward because doing the dreams takes a bit. Like it's 3 a.m. I have to be in bed in the next 3 hours. I can only get them done so quickly because I have to listen to what I'm saying and then transcribe them, like interpret them, and then record them, upload them, title them. And the next one I have to listen to for November 29th is 23 minutes long. So that's probably going to take me like an hour and a half. And then I have to record for an hour and a half. And I wasn't going to do this, but I kind of feel that heaven wants me to. So I saw Austin Airport, AUS. And, well, I wasn't sure. I saw, like, I'm looking through someone's point of view, and they walk out of the airport gates. And I'm looking at kind of this parking garage and this, just this area. And I'm like, I think this is Austin Airport. And on the ground was this, like, strip of blue light. So I don't know if there's some sort of light thing going on there, or if it's like, I think like Lindsay lands in Austin and then it's kind of like crossing over into the world of Tron. Like it's almost like science fiction make-believe, but like in the Tron movie it's real. And so I think that's kind of how she probably feels, and maybe what God's kind of projecting upon her and us. Oh, shaking the table. And it makes sense because in my other dream, we meet Christmas Eve at this church. And then we talk, and then I have other dreams where she spends Christmas over here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I had this other dream. Super interesting. My roommate Dalton, there's all this heaven light over him, and he has the 9 gifts of the Holy Spirit, but I think he's just really tuning into heaven, and so there's like protections and brilliance about him. He had this curtain, it kind of looked like a shower curtain, it had all these pockets, and he was like, look at this, and there was spices in each of them, because he texts and he cooks with spices. And Lindsay says, you're like a spice king, and he goes, yes, I am. And so I told him this dream, and he's like, that's crazy. Like, why would she buy me a gift? How would she even know to buy me a gift? Like, how are you going to get her to buy me a gift? And I went, well, it's really easy. She doesn't have a choice. And he's like, what? I'm like, I'm going to buy the gift. I'm going to pay for it. It's just from her. Like, I'm going to write from Lindsay. And he's like, oh, okay. And I didn't think much of it. Because I'm busy trying to understand what dreams mean, not necessarily always understand how they come about. And so we're eating dinner, and he looks around at this wall that's not really has anything on it. Doesn't really have anything on it. He goes, man, I could put like a spice rack right there on the wall. And I was like, wait, what? Did the prophecy just make itself come true by like interjecting this information that interjects from me to you, to your brain, to thinking about it, to making that choice? Are we getting you a spice rack? He's like, well, I mean, I could use one. And I said, okay, well, pick one out. And he picked out a nice one, and I'm going to buy it and then write Lindsay's name on it. So Lindsay Sterling bought my roommate a spice rack, and he'll get to open it on Christmas. It's just so weird. Now, for those of you that are kind of skeptical, excuse me, I get it. It seems more like a coincidence, and a lot of things will look like that, and I can counter and say, well, God invented coincidence. But I've already healed like some major things, and so I'm not worried about coincidence anymore, so I don't try to set up the scenario to prove that it's real. Because I can either set up a scenario, or I can just do it 100 times. If I do prophecy 100 times and they work and they produce beyond belief results, then that's okay. I guess I should continue let's see. So Rebecca had a prophecy about Lindsay. What was it? I gave her something twice. Oh, what was it? Yeah, I gave her something twice, which kind of makes sense, I think. And then my dad had one. I need to go back to the gave her something twice one. My dad had one, and I don't want to say that one on over the phone yet because I'm not sure. I think because I believe Lindsay has a very giving heart, if I say it, she might go overboard. And this should be like humble, like more normal. And so I just don't trust her to not try to like put all of her heart into something, because I believe she puts all of her heart into everything. And I'm not even sure everyone knows just how much she tries for everyone. That's probably a big cause of the strife that she alluded to. Oh, and then my mom said something interesting, I think for later. She was talking about how someone at the church died, and the guy a husband was driving, and his wife and dog died because he fell asleep while driving. And he said, you always pray about healing the dead, or you always talk about it in the Bible. Will you try to do it? He said this to the pastor of the church my parents went to, and the pastor flew over, and they tried, and it didn't happen, and the guy left the church, and it was really sad. And I thought I'd talk about healing, and my healing power is in its preview stages right now. God hasn't fully activated it. I have a feeling when I get married, or sometime soon, it will be. And if it's not, I'm just going to have to pray nonstop until it grows, because you can grow a gift. And for those of you wondering, I found out the math behind it. The first time you work anything, the spiritual math is 1 + 1, so you get 2. And the second time you pray or do anything, the heaven math is 2 + 2, so you get 4. And the third time, it's 3 + 3, so you get 6. So that's how quickly heaven math moves. So if I don't activate, especially soon after I'm married, I'm going to talk to God and say, ask what's going on. And then from there, I'll reassess. But otherwise, I'll just do everything I can to make it grow. Because otherwise, it's just depressing. It's like offering false hope, and I don't like that. I also had a dream about Elon Musk teaching things. That was interesting. Like spacecraft, maybe? Huh. Anyways, I love you guys. And no matter what, we're going to get a good ending, because we're going to seek God no matter how this plays out. No matter how this plays out, we're going to seek God. And my hair kind of looks like a Final Fantasy character that they have in the video game. It's like thick. It's kind of cool. Yeah. So I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. No matter what. It'll be fun. It'll be a good Christmas. And yeah, love you guys.